Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we'll be taking a look at the somewhat awesome Anker Soundcore Life Q30s. The best value for money Bluetooth noise cancelling headset on the market that actually backs it up with amazing sound. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we'll be taking a look at the Anker Soundcore Q30 Lifes, or Life Q30s, whatever you can call them. I think I'll refer to them as Q30s for the rest of the review, just to keep things simple. So what are these? These are effectively pretty much the best value for money headset with noise cancelling, which are super well detailed and have got all the features that you pretty much want in a headset for not a great deal of money. We're looking at somewhere in the region of £80 in the UK is their normal retail price, but generally you'll find that Anker, being, well, the company they are, there's always a rebate on of some sort or other. So actually at the moment you can pick these up with a £18 voucher. Obviously that will change depending on when you're watching this video, so do check the video description for the links and check out the offers in your local area. But when they come down to somewhere in the kind of £70 mark, these are basically in a league of their own in terms of what they offer, performance and all that kind of stuff. So in today's video we're going to do a quick unboxing, go through the features, tell you what all the buttons do, then we'll come back with some sound tests of the built-in microphones, which again are absolutely brilliant. So if you're thinking of using this for your commute and talking on the telephone, you've got no problems, these sound absolutely amazing. And then we'll go through my final thoughts and all that kind of stuff, and then at the end you can make up your own minds whether they're right for you. Okay, so starting off with the packaging, as we can see, first of all, so these are the Soundcore by Anker. They are the Life Q30s, wireless noise cancelling headphones. Yeah, you pretty much got the idea of that from the title of the video, but there you go. So multi-mode noise cancellation. So what that basically means is it's got hybrid ANC, or noise cancellation. So there's three main modes. There's normal, there's also the transparency mode, and then you've got your full-on noise cancelling. And also built in within those modes, there's other sub-modes depending on what form of transport you're on. You can really tailor this to your absolute perfection in the app, which is also available for Android and iOS devices. Also, it supports high-res audio, so actually in the frequency response, they've actually got some really good frequency response with those 40mm silk drivers. You're looking at a low of 16 Hz, which is going to give you those actually really nice subsonics, and they go up to a whopping 40 kHz on the high end as well. So you're going to get all the clarity from those high ends, but you're also going to get the rumble from the low ends. Also, some of the key features of this, as it says on the box there, so we've got 40-hour playtime, and actually I can confirm this, they do last absolutely ages. The battery life is completely stellar. You're looking at somewhere about 720 milliamp hour battery in here. Now that 40-hour is basically with the ANC actually on. If you decide you don't want to use the automatic noise cancellation, then you can actually get somewhere in the region of about 60 hours of playback time, which is absolutely amazing. I actually watched a couple of episodes from an upcoming series on Prime, and 4 episodes straight off, basically 4 hours, and we were down to about 90% battery. So yeah, if you work that out, that's pretty much bang on what they expect, and that was with the noise cancelling on as I was watching the movie in the house, and there's all sorts of other distractions and I had to concentrate to answer questions on it. So yeah, for that purpose, these are absolutely great, and the soundtrack was absolutely beautiful. All the noises, actually outdoor scenes, you could hear things like the leaves rustling in the trees, the vocals come through crystal clear, and even things like the explosions and sounds of like tires on the road, that kind of stuff. You're going to get all of that in these. It sounds amazing. So connectivity wise, you've got 3 options for connectivity. You can use the 3.5mm jack as a last resort should you wish to, and actually you do find when you use a 3.5mm jack, depending on what device you're using it on, they do actually sound louder, and also there is a little bit more audio clarity. So yeah, you can get a little bit more out of them should you wish to go wired. If you're going wireless, you can use it pairing with Bluetooth 5.0, or you can use NFC for quick connectivity. Looking on the back of the box goes into some more details about the noise cancelling. So you've got the transport option, which is going to get rid of some of those low rumbling noises that you'd find in things like airplanes and coaches, that kind of stuff. You also got an indoor mode as well, and there's also an outdoor mode. So it just changes it frequency wise. So what it essentially does, there's multiple mics on the headset, it picks up the surrounding noises around you and actually plays back cancelling sound waves to level those out, so all you hear is what you're actually supposed to hear from your music or your show or your YouTube videos, that kind of stuff. When it comes to charging, to get a full charge into these from completely flat, you're looking around about 2 hours. And again, that will last you anywhere between 60 to 40 hours. If you just want a quick charge, you can just stick them on charge from the USB Type-C for about 5 minutes or so, and that is going to give you a good kind of 3 to 4 hours worth of playback time. So let's go through the packaging and see what we actually get for our money. So first of all, obviously you get your quick start guide. Realistically, probably not really necessary, but it is there should you want to have a look through and have a good read on it. Comes with a really nice semi-hard carry case as well, so nice decent case to keep your earphones nice and safe and secure. Little carry handle on the side there, and it's a zipper style connection on there. You also got the ability to store them flat as well, so they don't take up a great deal of room. Included in the package, nice little bag here. So this is your accessory cables. So this is your USB Type-C charging lead, which I could be honest with you, is a little bit on the short side, but it will definitely get the job done. Obviously, if you want to get another USB Type-C cable, they're very easy to do. And being that the EU rulings and regulations now are making it so that USB Type-C is going to be the de facto connection for pretty much all USB style devices, then yeah, this is definitely going to be a bit future-proof. They do also include a 3.5mm jack, so if for some reason you completely run out of battery, which is extremely unlikely, but potentially you might want to, or maybe you've got a device which just doesn't support Bluetooth, then you can quite easily plug these in on a 3.5mm connection and get some really, really awesome sound quality. And if you're worried about the noise cancelling doesn't actually work in the 3.5mm jack mode, but saying that, the padded foam on the ear cups actually does do a pretty good job of noise cancelling anyway, so all isn't lost. So let's take a look at the headphones themselves, and actually I wish I had noise cancelling because they've just started digging up the road outside, so if you do hear any of that in the background, my sincerest apologies, there's not a great deal I can do about it. Although I could technically for myself just put these on and it'd be completely drowned out, which is absolutely great, but sadly you guys can't do that watching the video. Anyway, I digress. So looking at the headphones themselves, actually very lightweight, just slightly over half a pound in weight, so they're not going to feel intrusive or kind of large or anything. They do actually look a little bit on the large side, and when you're wearing them, they do have somewhat of a presence, but I guess really there's not a great deal you can do about that. At least they're lightweight and they are extremely comfortable. Now a lot of the comfort comes from the actual design itself, so we've got a really nice padded headband here, which has got a really nice soft memory foam in there, covered with a fake leatherettes type cover, which is matched up perfectly by the actual cups themselves. So if we turn that around, you can see you've got this really, really nice soft memory foam on there, again with that leatherette style on there. You've got some foam padding over the drivers as well, so just to give you a little bit more extra protection. Although for me personally, these are actually deep enough so my ears don't touch the insides, which some people do find problems with. So a reasonably decent amount of depth there. As you can see, obviously lots of swivel and adjustment on them, so depending on the shape of your head and your ears, all that kind of stuff, I think you're going to find these very, very comfortable indeed. So you've got a little bit of vertical movement and an absolute ton of horizontal movement, so yeah, very, very comfortable. And again, because they're so lightweight, you don't really feel that they're clamping on your head. The clamping force is quite minimal, but certainly is enough to drown out the noise. Like I said earlier, the noise cancelling actually just with the headset on with the foam, because they are over ear, it does tend to block out the majority of outside noises anyway, but when you do turn on that noise cancelling, it really does step it up a notch. On the headphones themselves, there are two tiny little microphones, here, and these are for your noise cancelling and also for when you're actually in calls, all that kind of stuff. You have got adjustment as well, so pretty decent amount of adjustment on both sides, and there is a reasonably good notch on there, so you can pretty much find your ideal size. It isn't marked up or labelled or anything, so you can't kind of dial in your settings every time you use them, which is a little bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. And generally when you put them on, they will kind of conform to your head anyway and kind of expand to where they need to be. So yeah, you've got no real worries there at all. The sides, pretty much all plastic construction, which I guess you would kind of relate to the price. So they have saved money in areas where it kind of doesn't really matter a great deal anyway. And even things like the plastic sections here for the folding arm does look to be very strong, and I have actually dropped these a couple of times and they've come away completely unscathed. When it looks at the actual controls and buttons, so on this side we've got our USB Type-C connection, so you can use this for charging. Also next to that you've got your power button, so just press and hold the button and it'll turn them on. You do get a really nice audible thing saying power on and also power off, so there's a musical tone that plays. And also you've got the noise cancelling button here as well. So noise cancelling button is excellent because you can just press and hold, go through the different settings, obviously normal, transparency, hybrid, all those kinds of things. And when you press that button, you do get some audio actually played through the headset, so you know which mode you're in, but you can pretty much tell because transparency. Basically, transparency mode is going to take in the outside noises and then pump them through into your headset. So if maybe you're listening to your music, but you also want to pay attention to what's going on, maybe you're looking after children, or just you're in an environment where it isn't completely safe to have noise cancelling on, then transparency will pass through those things. You can also use it for spying as well. So if you're walking around, you want to listen to other people's conversations, then it will pump those through a little bit louder than what you could hear them normally. So that's a nice added feature. But yeah, overall, that is a really nice thing. You can cycle through the modes very easily. On the other side, you've got a little bit more control. So you've got your volume up and volume down buttons, which are slightly larger than the button next to it, which is your play and pause button. And that works within Windows environments if you're using Bluetooth, or obviously with your mobile device, play, pause, etc. All that kind of usual stuff. Next to that, we've got the 3.5mm jack, which you can plug in. Obviously, like I said, 3.5mm headset adapters, use it on other devices, older devices, Walkmans, CD Walkmans, all that kind of stuff. No problems there at all. If you do want to get the most out of these, you may find you want to tailor the sound a little bit to your liking, which is extremely easy to do. There is an app from Soundcore which you can install on Android or iOS devices. You can go in and you can tailor it with a nice graphical equalizer, so you can tailor the frequencies to your liking. There is also a very unusual feature which I've not seen before, which is actually the sleep mode. So you can actually set sleep mode so you can get them to actually turn off after a certain amount of time. And also you can get it to play back some very interesting noises. So if you do have trouble sleeping, then these will actually help you out in that respect as well, because you can pipe through various different types of sounds, from mountain streams to thunderstorms, rain, all that kind of stuff, all from the app, which I think is actually a really nice little feature. So very cool that we've got app control and all that kind of stuff. Again, you can use that to switch through your various different transparency modes and noise cancelling, all that kind of stuff. Noise cancelling is obviously good, but if they're useless for making telephone calls, which is, again, one of their other kind of primary uses, then they're not going to be very good. So I'll let you listen now to a recording I did earlier. Now this is with my iPhone XR, and this is a voice recording actually in this room itself. So let's listen to that now. This is a sound test from the built-in microphones on the Anker Soundcore Life Q30 with hybrid ANC. This is a sound test in a rather small room, so this should be good for echoing and getting the noise cancellation, all that kind of good stuff. Hopefully the audio sounds nice and crisp and clear. If it's anything like the actual headphones, then this is going to be absolutely great. So, sound test of the Anker Soundcore Life Q30 onboard microphone. So I think you'll agree the actual onboard microphones sound absolutely amazing, and compared with some of the other headsets that I've reviewed in the past, I think these actually do a particularly good job, and actually almost as good as a boom style microphone. But let me know what you think about that in the comments section. So overall, excellent value for money. These give a lot of other big brands a real run for their money. I would say if I was to compare these with a similar kind of feature set and quality in terms of audio, you've got to be looking at the Sonys, which we reviewed a while back, which you can check out up here. They were in a different price class altogether. Now, there were some other features that they had which made them worth the money, but certainly if you don't want to spend hundreds of pounds on noise cancelling headset, but you do still want amazing sound quality and to be able to use them reliably for telephone calls and communications, I think these are definitely worth a look. Now, I should also say thank you to Ugly Bob for sending these over for review purposes. I think these are great, and actually the amount of headsets that Ugly Bob's had, I would say if you did the blind taste test with these and possibly the Sonys and maybe even the Corsair Virtuosos, I think you'd actually be hard pressed to tell the difference between them without actually physically looking at them. Anyway, what I think isn't important, what you think is, so let me know your comments in the section below. But for now, I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.